fellow Brick fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another video, and today I have a review for a 2022 LEGO Marvel Black Panther set. It is Shuri's Lab. It is set number 76212. Has 58 pieces and is aimed at that 4+ demographic. So the set is easy to build for younger builders just graduating out of Duplo and not quite ready for bigger, more complex sets. So without further ado, let's start deconstructing it and see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. First up, we're going to take a look at Shuri. This figure is completely reused from the 1/20/21 Infinity Saga she came in. I think it was the Dragon Flyer. Pretty much this is the outfit she has for the endgame final battle, but it is similar to an outfit she wears in the first Black Panther movie, so it all works out. Accessories, she does come with her little gauntlet thing builds, but they are different for this set. They do have a purple cone attached to the end, just to make it easier for the little kids to build, but getting those kind of out of the way, get a good look at that torso there. It's a very nicely printed torso, but again, like most of the figures, she really needed leg printing for this outfit, but she didn't get any, so that is unfortunate. She has a very nice face print as well. Really resembles Letitia Wright very well, and has all the necessary details for her outfit for this movie. And then she does come with that newer hairpiece LEGO came out with a while back, but it does replicate her hairstyle in this movie pretty well, and she has some very nice back torso printing as well, and you can kind of see a problem. Her alternate face with his hairpiece kind of shows through, so that is a little bit of a problem, but that alternate head is pretty nice. You get a more aggressive facial expression for battle, and that is what that face looks like highlighted by the hair. And then we get the T'Challa version of Black Panther. This is pretty much his default suit for the Black Panther movie and going into Infinity War and Endgame, and it is printed almost identically to the previous one we got for the Infinity Saga Endgame sets. It just doesn't have all the kinetic energy details worked into it, so we just get the plain black suit, which is a really nice inclusion for this set. You have all the nice details and line work of the suit here. Really nice face print as well. Really captures the detail of that armor. I brought this up in my War on Water review, but I am getting really sick of LEGO just skimping out on the leg printing and arm printing and the cat ear piece printing for the Black Panther minifigures. This suit has a lot of detail in the movies, and LEGO is just not doing it justice by omitting that very necessary printing to make this figure really stand out. But they did include some back head printing and some nice back torso printing. It just, again, really needed the arm printing and especially the leg printing. Aside from the minifigures and their accessories, the rest of the building experience gets put into 3 separate sub-assemblies. You got a nice little weapons rack, a skateboard, and then the largest part is a bit of Shuri's lab. You know, this weapons rack first, pretty much typical of the weapons rack that we've seen, or accessory rack that we've seen in advent calendars and other builds. It just has an Urukai sword here, used to represent a Wakandan sword, and then you got a silver spear there for the vibranium, with a nice purple round shield piece printed. That is a pretty rare color to get that piece in, and it's only come in a handful of sets, so that is pretty nice. It represents the vibranium shield coming off that particular spear. You get this, what the set description on lego.com calls a skateboard. Pretty much it's just an oversized little trolley thing. You got some plain wheels there with no tires, a little bit of bumper on either side, and then two jumper plates in the center for a figure to stand, and the box and all the promotional material do show Black Panther using this, so you can fit them on there pretty nicely. And if you don't want to imagine it as a skateboard, it can also be used as like a display stand for the Black Panther suit. And last but certainly not least, we got a little bit of Shuri's lab here. Spoiler alert on the play feature there. You have some nice little building for such a simple build here, but I really appreciate the trans blue pillars with the window detail behind it. It really replicates the windows that are in her lab, and that is built up very nicely, especially for little kids. You do have that pillar here in the center that is printed. There are, as always, no stickers in 4+ sets, so you got this nice little target practice print here to play with. And then you do at the very end here get a disc launcher feature, which just fires off gold round tiles there as the ammunition. And the play feature here is to hit the target, which is pretty easy to do because this is a stationary launcher. You don't get to angle it or anything, so you just push it, it fires off, and you hit the target. Little downside to this play feature, they got multiple targets on here, but you will always hit it dead in the center with it placed there. So, I mean, it gives kids a little something to play with. I just would have hoped the designer would have came up with a little bit of an angling system so you can hit that bigger target up there at the top. So for extra pieces, you do get 2 extra round tiles for ammo for the launcher, as well as an extra crown piece for the cat ears of the Black Panther minifigure. Those are always included. Looking at the instructions, a small little booklet here. Front cover does have a render of the set. You do have the little blurb about the pointless use your hands gimmick, wasting paper. You have the progress bar at the bottom with Shuri sporting it. 61 pages to build. You got the parts inventory at the back, as well as a pirate sporting that win thing. Look at the box, typical $10 size there. You got the set specs on the side, Lego Black Panther logo, and the branding for the legacy stuff up in the corner there. You got all the typical Marvel white comic book panel motif there. Nice product shot of the set there. Against a little bit of Shuri's lab there in the background. You got the giant 4+ logo, letting you know that this is a 4+ set. Top of the box, you have the Black Panther minifigure sporting the actual size reference, as well as on the back you just have all the callouts of what you all build in the set, as well as the blurbed appearance letting you know how easy it is to build, as well as showing off the play feature of the set there. My final thoughts, build-wise, it's a typical 4+ set where it's not really striving for accuracy. It's just giving kids a little bit to play with, especially little kids who are not that great at building sets yet, but really want to build something. So All of it's easy to build. The few play features are okay. I would have liked to have seen the little disc launcher be better at aiming. That's really my only problem with it. But overall, even for the simplicity of the build, really like it. Best standout is how they did the windows there. How that looks. That really impressed me. Minifigs, again, this just all comes down to printing choices, the lack of leg printing on Shuri, and then the fact that you can see her alternate head underneath her hairpiece. Wish that could have been a little bit better, but all the lack of detail on the Black Panther minifigures is starting to really annoy me. So that's where it falls down, and no issues with quality. And $10 for this for a 4+ set. I know price per piece, that ratio is always off just due to the cost versus how much you actually get piece count wise, and most of the pieces here are pretty big, so that just throws it off. But for $10, yeah, this gives your kid who may want a Black Panther set but can't afford or have the capacity to build the bigger sets, this gives them a nice thing to play with for around $10. So highly encourage the pickup here. So all in all, the set does get an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Again, highly recommend the pickup. Not only for kids, but for adults, you get the exclusive Target print. You get some nice rare pieces here. You get that Black Panther minifigure that may or may not stay exclusive to this set, but on the off chance that it is, very worth the pickup. Let me know what you guys think about the set in the comments below. Always look forward to having a discussion with you guys. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, ring that bell so you're actually notified of when I upload new content. And yeah, see you in the next video. And until next time, stack on.